Okay. So there was a live stream, I believe earlier today. Except it was in Japanese, and I personally do not speak Japanese. I don't know any Japanese really. So I did some rough translations, and by I did rough translations, I mean Google Translate did rough translations. We're not going to go over every single element of the live stream just because, again, I don't know what I might have missed. I'm basically just grabbing the different key slides that I saw that might be relevant and important or interesting, and I grabbed them, translated them, so we'll just kind of go over them briefly and yeah, see what we got going on in the kind of nearish future. So we've got our first ranking event, dungeon ranking event. So this is one we talked about in another video just a tiny bit. I don't know how it's gonna go. This might start bringing out a bit of the pay to win element, which again, it's PvE strictly as of right now, so it's really not that big of a deal. But if you're somebody that wants to compete in this sort of thing, you're probably gonna have to spend money. But we're basically going to be running dungeons to try and get high scores. And then there's different rewards we're gonna get at the end. So this is gonna start on the 29th of September. And go until the 6th of October. So it looks like there's going to be 3 difficulty levels for the dungeons: normal, hard, and very hard. And then this is a ranking event where players compete against each other for their dungeon scores. Okay, that was on a separate line. It threw me off. It is an event where players are randomly divided into groups of 10,000 and compete among themselves. So that's going to be interesting. A lot of gachas I've played in the past, you're basically playing against your server, right? So if you start on an early server, you're going to be playing against those early players. If you start on a newer server, you're going to be playing against those people as well, right? So you're not going to get that mix of people that have been playing for a long time going up against brand new players. So there is that, but this I don't think we have servers necessarily, not any specific servers. So this will just be random 10,000 people divided into groups, I guess. I think it's going to be, it's not like 10,000 versus 10,000. I think they're going to take groups of 10,000 and you're going to be going up against everybody in that group. So there's some, I guess, RNG in there too. You might get a bunch of people that don't play anymore, which might make it easier for you to climb. But you might also get all the whales in your pool, and you might have a harder time climbing. I don't know how that's going to play out, but again, it's because the game is pretty much only PvE right now. And this is the only real competitive aspect to it. It's not really that big of a deal, but we'll see how that plays out in the future here. But yeah, we got that new event coming. So a little more detail on it here. So it looks like the top 10 are going to get this title plate, the red one at the top there, plus 20 gacha tickets. I assume just like the normal pull tickets. The top 100 are going to get the green title plate, and they're going to get 20 gacha tickets as well. And then lastly, it looks like anybody 201st or high or lower, I guess in this case, they do have a chance of getting some materia synthesis stuff as well as some gacha tickets. It doesn't specify how many gacha tickets, but I imagine it's going to be kind of staged along the way, different amounts as it goes down. And then this looks like total score reward 1.2 million or more will get the red icon, and 600,000 or more will get the green icon. So I assume that's going to be individual. So if you get 1.2 million or more points throughout the event for yourself, you'll get that red icon. 600,000, you'll get the green one. First rank reward, I assume that's whoever was first. Again, This is just Google Translate doing it for me. I assume a little weird that they'd put it down here instead of up here where it would say first rank reward. I don't know. That could be something different. It doesn't seem like a lot to give to first place. It's 1 and a little bit, 10 pulls. Doesn't seem like anything crazy. Considering people are getting 20 gacha tickets for top 10, that seems like a weird little extra bonus for the top player. You'd think it'd be something a little bit more exciting, but I don't know. That could be something completely different. Again, it's down here, so that might just be kind of like our initial clear type rewards. It might be something where maybe for completing each of the difficulties, this is how much you'd get over the course of all of them. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but either way, we're getting some stuff. As much as I'm a free-to-play player and not paying, so I'm probably not going to compete very well, I'm still going to give it a shot, see what I can do, see what I can get. Should be able to get something at least. So it looks like cold and fire attributes are effective, so I assume they're going to be weak to cold and fire. Defeat all bosses, win the battle quickly, use items as little as possible. So there'll be all different types of rewards based on that stuff. Typical dungeon stuff, right? Where if you clear it quicker, you're going to get better rewards, or if you kill all the bosses, and so on and so on. So typical stuff right there. And then this is an interesting one for me. It's got a date and everything, but I don't know. They talked a bunch about young Sephiroth in the live stream, and they even showed some footage of his limit breaks and stuff like that. And then there was this slide here. It looks like another event, attack of a powerful enemy. Event period from Friday the 6th to whenever. So this is going to be after that event. Some people are speculating that this might actually be the release of Sephiroth within the game. Again, this was from the official live stream. This was the slide they had up. I don't know if this means this is when Sephiroth's coming, or maybe he's the powerful enemy that we have to fight. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see either way, but there is at least a bit of foreshadowing that he is I think we all knew he was coming, but that he might be coming sooner rather than later, and we'll get into that shortly. But we're going to talk about stamina. So they were talking about stamina stuff. Now, this part I didn't translate just because I kind of know what it's saying. So what this is saying is that a lot of people have an issue with the stamina system, and in a way I can kind of understand it, but they've been extremely generous so far with their stamina potions or stamina tonics. And what this is this is on the left side here, the numbers on the left side there. Those are power levels. So overall power levels for people's parties. So those are just what everybody's sitting at power level wise. And then all the numbers and the columns to the right, those are how many people or how many potions, how many stamina tonics are sitting in people's inventories. So looking at the first row, for example, the 1 to 49,999, that is 97.5% of people that are in that category of power are sitting on 51 to 99 stamina tonics in their inventory. And what this is basically getting at is that the people who are higher power are spending more of their stamina tonics, which makes sense. They're spending those, they're powering up, they're getting further ahead. It makes sense. So it's worth considering spending more of your stamina tonics. If you're sitting on a whole bunch of them and you feel like you're not quite as powerful as you'd like to be, might be a good time to start spending them. What to spend them on, that's a whole other topic. But yeah, I mean, as you play, you'll kind of figure out what you need, where you want to work on, but might be a good idea to spend them now. Personally, I'm not going to spend a ton because I do want to save them for events like we have going on right now, where you got to spend 5,000 stamina to earn some crystals. I'm almost there. I'm almost at 4,000 spent, and we still have a day or two to go. But I have a ton. I'm still maxed out on my. Let me actually show you real quick. Get this out of the way real quick. I am maxed out on my inventory right now. I'm 98, almost maxed out. And then in my gifts, I still have 1, 1, 5, 10, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. I got a lot still. So I should probably be spending a bit more, and I have been trying to power up my my team a bit more. My problem is that sometimes the rewards just don't feel great. So grinding hasn't been awesome. When you're grinding, you need 30 of a specific material and you're getting 1 every 20 stamina. It feels kind of rough. And I have been running 1 at a time. I'm not doing the 3 times boost, just because I feel like, especially with how low the rates are, I want every opportunity to get 1 of those materials, right? So if I run 3 and there's a 50% chance each time to get 1 of those materials, and I maybe don't miss the first one, then get the second 2. Whereas if I ran 3, and it was a 50-50 chance and I missed, I get none for 60 stamina, right? So that's what I've been doing, at least for stuff with low drop rates. If I'm running like weapon material enhancement stuff, like the grindstones, those I'll do 3 stacks of. But for when you're trying to grind those individual things, I've been doing single runs at a time. But anyway, this is basically just saying that people that are lower power aren't really spending their tonics, and spending your tonics probably would help you get a little bit more powerful. So something to keep in mind. What else do we have here? Oh, a little bit more on the stamina stuff. They're actually going to be tripling everything we get. So currently it's 1 stamina every 6 minutes, and they're now going to double that. So it's 1 every 2 minutes now. So you'll be getting a lot more stamina. So make sure you're spending your stamina. And then all the daily rewards, all your daily missions that give you stamina, so like the log in every day, log in after a certain time, whatever, all of those are now going to give you 3 tonics instead of just 1. So again, something to keep in mind. They are giving more stamina now, so make sure you're using those, getting your power level up, so you can progress the harder content. So that's pretty cool. Again, I know a lot of people have had issues with the stamina system. I haven't found it too bad, again, just because they've been so generous so far with all the stamina tonics. But we'll see. That could change. It's early in the game's life. Obviously, they're going to be a little more generous than probably normal. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But either way, make sure you're spending your stamina now. Lots to grab. All right, next we got some rewards coming from this live stream. We should have all of these already. I know I did, except for, and this is what I was referring to later, that top one. We get a Sephiroth 5-star weapon. Now, I did say it was coming at a later date, but we are getting one. And I feel like if Sephiroth was coming further down the road, they probably wouldn't be giving this to us or even mentioning it just yet. So I think he's coming sooner rather than later. And I think that's something a lot of people already thought. Spoiler alert, if you haven't beat the First Soldier campaign yet, at the end there, it does say coming with the next update, and it showed a whole bunch with Sephiroth and stuff. So sooner rather than later. Again, it goes back to that October 6th thing. Maybe then, maybe a little bit later. As far as I understand, they are planning to do like monthly updates. So we'll see. we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Sephiroth 5-star weapon, a first soldier 5-star gotcha ticket, 1,000 blue crystals, and 20 stamina tonics. So those all should be available to you now. Again, I know I claimed mine. So you should have yours available too. And again, aside from the Sephiroth weapon, which we should be getting somewhat in the future. Now, here's another big one for me personally anyway, just because I do stream this game sometimes, recording it, whatever. Right now, I'm using a program called Duon that streams from my phone. So I got my phone, whoops, my phone's sitting right in front of me here, which for me personally is a bit of a pain because I have to sit kind of crooked. My core is a little too short, so it doesn't reach as far as I'd like. But I have to sit crooked. I would rather be playing straight on my PC, and just because pushing some of the buttons and stuff on the screen at times can be a little clunky, and then I just don't have access to my phone while I'm streaming, right? So if I need to check a text message or whatever, I can't really do that because I have the game up. So this one's pretty big for me, but a Steam version is in development. Now, I don't know how far along that is, there's no timeline. I don't think they've mentioned one, but it is in development, which is great. The only thing I hope is that we will be able to kind of save our account and have progress kind of cross-platform, cross-progression, I guess it would be called. Hopefully that's something we get. But either way, having this on Steam would be fantastic. Frees up my phone, lets me kind of sit normal and not twist my spine, which is probably not healthy at my old age. But yeah, super cool. I'm pumped for that. Hopefully that's coming sooner rather than later. I don't know what the technical side of it would be. I don't know how hard it would be to port from mobile to PC. But here's hoping. Yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully very soon. And I think that's mostly it in terms of the slides. At least the ones I picked out that I thought would be interesting. What we can do real quick is just a little teaser of the Sephiroth stuff that we saw. Let me pull up the... Where are we here? Where are we? Let me see. See if I can find it quick. Yeah, I really wish I understood Japanese a bit more to be able to watch the whole live stream, but unfortunately I do not. Just trying to scrub through here quick and see if I can find. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, just a little sneak peek here of obviously you guys can watch this yourself, but let's switch back to this real quick. This was just the little bit I wanted to show here. A little bit more story stuff with young Sephiroth, and then we get to see... They sound as excited as I want to get here. So I assume those are his 2 limit breaks. Oh, and then a little sneak peek outfit too. Little outfit at the end there. Thought that looked pretty cool. That's a pretty cool outfit. I mean, I like his default one, but little preview of what I assume is probably going to be on his banner, his outfit on his banner. Looks pretty sweet. Looks pretty sweet. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I am looking forward to that. I have been hoarding my my crystals here. As you can see, I'm at 42,000 right now. I know a lot of people have even more than that, but we're sitting on 42,000 at the moment, which I probably could pull now and get a little more powerful. I'm currently sitting at, what am I sitting at right now? About 97,000 at the moment. My biggest issue now is that I need stars. I need stars on my weapons, especially my sub weapons. All my sub weapons are 4-star right now, except for 1 and 2. But that would help, is getting some 5-star weapons from pulls. But yeah, I'm trying to be super stingy and not pull, because again, kind of goes back to the stamina thing. We don't know how generous they're going to be going forward. So I want to make this Sephiroth banner kind of matter and make the most of it, get as much as I can out of it. We'll probably do a whole bunch of pulls on that and then kind of go from there. Obviously, there's other characters in the future that I'm looking forward to as well, like Sid, Vincent, Yuffie. But for now, I'm kind of set on pulling like crazy on Sephiroth. I feel like they're going to make him pretty badass. I'm hoping to make him pretty badass. Not that I'm necessarily a Sephiroth fan, but I feel like they're going to make him good, since it is young Sephiroth, and this is the first time we've gotten to see him. So yeah, anyway, some event stuff coming up, Steam stuff coming, which is awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we hear more information about the current roadmap for the game as well. I would like to see a little bit more in that regard, just because I feel right now, I love the game, I love the combat, I love all that stuff, but something is missing for me. I hope there's more coming. I want more meaningful content, more interesting content, and a little bit. I feel like all I do is grind like auto stuff for the most part. So hopefully there's some more engaging stuff in the pipeline. Again, we haven't really heard too much about like actual future plans or anything like that, which I would like to hear a bit more myself. Everything we've been hearing is like within the not even a month, really, a few weeks usually. I hope we get a little bit of a better look into the future at what they have planned. Yeah, but either way, super cool stuff. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing Sephiroth soon. Hopefully some more events in the future as well. But yeah, hopefully you guys are excited. Hopefully you liked what you saw there. And hopefully we'll see more soon. Hopefully we can get some maybe English live streams as well, just so it's a little bit easier for me to kind of go along with them and watch them, maybe even live stream watch them. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.